On the news tonight, Ekiti State House of Assembly members pass a vote of confidence on Governor Fayose. In business, a federal government approves a 10-year validity period for Nigeria's passports. And on the foreign scene, a plane crash kills 5 in DR Congo. Very lovely evening to you. Thanks for joining us on our flagship news on SuperScreen television. I am Precious Amayu. We begin now with a report from Ekiti State, where 23 members of the Ekiti State House of Assembly has passed a vote of confidence on the state governor, Ayodele Fayose, while dissociating themselves from the purported plot to impeach the governor. You will recall that armed policemen allegedly laid siege to the assembly premises to pave way for the 3 lawmakers of the All Progressives Congress APC to reconvene the plenary a week after the members have gone on recess. The move was condemned by Speaker Kolawole Oluwawole, where he alleged that the signature of the assembly clerk was forged in a letter purportedly written to request for police cover. Oluwawole said the People's Democratic Party (PDP) lawmakers were fully in support of the move by the party to retrieve Olushola Eleka's mandate, which was allegedly stolen from him at the recently concluded governorship election. And now on the anti-terrorism fight, President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the Republic of France for its commitment to strong regional cooperation in the fight against terrorism and cross-border crime in West Africa. The president disclosed this at a farewell audience with the outgoing ambassador of France to Nigeria, Denis Gar, at the presidential villa in Abuja. The president, who appreciated the roles and contributions of the French government to peace, security and stability in countries in the sub-Saharan region, said Nigeria has placed the issue of combating terrorism in the region on international agenda and has received support and solidarity from France. And now on the Benue Assembly crisis, the Benue State House of Assembly has suspended the impeached Speaker Tekimbi Ikiangi for 6 months. Ikiangi was suspended by 19 members of the Assembly who held a plenary at the old banquet hall of the Benue State Government House, Makurdi. You will recall that the lawmakers moved to the Government House to hold the plenary after being barred from the Assembly complex by the police. Majority Leader, House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, with other lawmakers, have asked the leadership of the All Progressives Congress APC to appreciate its loyal lawmakers by ensuring that the first-time members of the House get return tickets. Gbajabiamila, who led the APC caucus in the House to meet with the party's national chairman, Adams Oshomole, said first-timers who have acquired experience to become ranking members and have represented the party at the grassroots level should be compensated with return tickets.
Having said that, Mr. Chairman, I want to once again, our discussion 2 weeks ago at your place, not to rest, but to continue to fight for these members in front of you. But a lot of them are customers. That alone is a case to be made. If we want this country to progress, we cannot continue to turn people around, turn members around. I will come back to the second time. But that alone, that customers who have acquired experience, who are now ranking members, who have developed the party at the grassroots level, they should be taken into very serious consideration, no matter what. We have discussed this at length. And Mr. Chairman, I know you are doing everything you can and you will continue to work to make sure that this, because if they don't come back, we're going to waste the first 6 months, first 1 year training the new fresh faces. How does that help the party? How does that help the country? How do we move forward? These are the issues, and I know that you will do everything in your possible, in your power, to make sure that you fight for these members the same way they are fighting for you.
Reacting, Oshomole said the party is working hard to produce only seasoned lawmakers to fly the party's flag at all times, urging members to imbibe the party's ideology.
What nobody has told me is that members have changed. If that is the case, if the members are constant, it is they, not structures, that delivers votes. So if you are at peace with your members, and there is someone who feel, who are you? You don't come every month to service me. What should service members? I have said to everyone, we will not impose decisions from here. You want direct primaries, you have it. So that you know who to worship. The only one we can't help, if you are not at peace with your people, you know even if we nominate you, you will lose. Because the people will vote. But if you are at peace with your people, but someone else is not at peace with you, we reconcile you with the person, and your people will keep you in your office. So you hold your office not at my pleasure. You hold your office at the pleasure of your own people.
Gbajabiamila also revealed that the party has a new member from Ekiti State, Olamide Oni, who joined from the Social Democratic Party SDP. Worthy of note is that the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, was absent at the meeting. Still on politics, but now in Kaduna State, the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Bala Bantex, has declared his intention to contest for the state's Southern Senatorial seat on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in 2019. Bantex, who disclosed this to journalists at the Government House in Kaduna, said he will continue to serve as a deputy governor while pursuing this aspiration. Bantex, however, said he took the step due to what his people have gone through in the area of insecurity in the last 10 years and the inability of their leaders to rise against it. You will recall that the deputy governor had served as a member of the House of Representatives on the platform of the Action Congress, as well as a two-time chairman of Kaura local government area of the state. And still on politics, a parliamentary group in the House of Representatives have affirmed their support for President Muhammadu Buhari and the party's leadership in the wake of mass defection of some All Progressives Congress APC lawmakers to the People's Democratic Party PDP. The group's spokesperson, Abdul Mumin Jibrin, while addressing journalists in Abuja, affirmed their full support for Buhari. Jibrin maintained that a group which cut across party affiliation is formed to make sure that President Buhari is returned to power come 2019.
We want to, against the background of what has happened in the last few days, we want to state very clearly that we will continue to stand with the president. We will continue to support him. We will continue to support his policies in the House of Representatives. And as I have continued to say repeatedly, we are working with the blessing of the leadership of the House of Representatives. We have the support of the Speaker and other members of the body of principal officers. And we also wish to commend the National Chairman, who has done a lot in the last few days to see that he unites the party and see that he stabilizes the party. And I can assure you that as of today, we are cruising at the highest altitude. And for your information, even a lot of members and senators that have decamped are working behind the scene to find their way back to the party.
You will recall that several members of the APC at the National Assembly defected to the PDP and the African Democratic Congress, ADC. And in Osun State, an Osun State High Court sitting in Osogbo has refused to grant the application seeking an order restraining the People's Democratic Party from forwarding the name of Senator Ademola Adeleke as the party's candidate to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Justice David Oladimeji, in his ruling, refused to grant the order restraining the INEC from recognizing Adeleke as a candidate of the party on the ground that he is not educationally qualified to contest the September 22nd governorship election in Osun. The judge held that considering the ex parte application, which was not served on the respondent, it would be improper and unjust for the court to make such order without listening to the other side. You will recall that the application was filed by two members of the PDP, Rashid Olabayo and Oluwaseun Idowu. Moving away from politics now to national security matters, the Nigerian Army has effected a shake-up in its high command of Operation Lafia Dole and other top positions in the force. Director Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Texas Chukwu, who disclosed this in a statement, said Ahmed Diko was appointed the new theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole. Chukwu said the posting, which also reorganized the operation, is aimed at injecting new hands to further actualize the vision of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. He also said the posting affected principal officers both at the Defense and Army headquarters, as well as general officers commanding GOCs. Still on national security, security experts have expressed sadness over the state of insurgency in Nigeria. These experts expressed their reservations at the American Society for Industrial Society African Security Conference held in Lagos. Our security correspondent Mike Osebeke now reports.
At the annual American Society for Industrial Security ASIS African Security Conference, these experts, whom obviously are worried about Nigeria's state of insecurity, took turns to condemn the rising killings by Boko Haram insurgents and herdsmen in the country.
We have several security issues in our region. When you talk about Nigeria, we are washed with a lot of security issues. We have the Boko Haram, we have the herdsmen attacks, we have the kidnapping, we have the ritual killing, we have the piracy, we have armed robberies and all of that, that are going on right now. So we have decided to hold this conference to address these various issues.
Economy cannot thrive in an insecure environment, and security can not also be ensured in a poor economic environment. So economy and security work together. So for us to be able to develop economically as a nation, we need to look at all the security issues and tackle them. Because when the economy is poor, there will be unemployment, businesses will go down, more job losses, and people will tend to go into crime, so crimes will increase. And that is create a state of insecurity. And when you have good economy, but the environment is not conducive, those that are providing the various basis for the economic development will leave, especially in terms of foreign direct investments.
The essence of this seminar is it gives the opportunity for our security practitioners in the sub-Saharan African continent an opportunity to share common challenges and common practices to solve security issues.
With the theme, Managing Complex Security Challenges in Africa, these experts were unanimous in their submission that government cannot do it alone, urging capable individuals to support government's efforts.
The government of the day has been saying that they need help, and in the past they used to focus on foreign countries to provide solutions to the security challenges that we're having. I'm talking about Nigeria and in this part of the world. But the honest truth is, for you to be able to solve your problems, you need to look inwards. We have individuals, we have experts within our private security space who have very good ideas on how our problems can be solved.
We've been working in that aspect to bring the public sector and the private sector together, and then we can have the very best blend of security in our nation. Government cannot do it alone, and the private sector cannot do it alone. Yes, you're doing an excellent job. You've got the government security agents going all out of their way to provide security, but come into partnership with the private sector, come into partnership with people who can do private investigations, people who can provide private security priority for you, even if it's about state policing.
Government serves a very important security function, as I think we can all agree. But it's equally important for governments to find ways to partner with private enterprise to augment aspects of security that often government can't cover all of. And so in many parts of the world, governments contract with and or consult with private industry, private consultants, private security guard companies, and so forth, in order to advance the security of the country or the region in which they're living.
At the end of this two-day conference, a communique is expected to be issued by ASIS that will support government in decision-making on the possible solution to the nation's state of insecurity.
Away from national security, members of the Osun State chapter of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners have continued with their protest over the alleged non-payment of their gratuities and pensions by the state government. Secretary of the Forum 2011-2012 retirees, Shola Olojede, said the state government paid 100,000 naira gratuities to some workers out of about 5 million naira each of them was entitled to. Olojede also said the government had not been sensitive to the plight of workers and pensioners, adding that the governor owes them 17 months pension. Coming up, federal government approves a 10-year validity period for Nigeria passports. These are more on business news when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us on the news. Now on business. The federal government has approved a 10-year validity period for Nigerian passports. The Comptroller General of Nigerian Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandede, who made this known, said the extended validity period would reduce the stress Nigerians went through every 5 years to renew their passports. This followed a presidential approval to change the face of the e-passport 10 years after it was introduced in the country. Babandede also said the new passports would cost more, but he did not reveal the new prices for the various categories of the passports. And now to information technology. The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and some state governors have met with Google for Nigeria team at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The Vice President, in his keynote address, said the federal government will work with the tech giants and other technology companies in the country to ensure that Nigerians have improved access to the internet. According to him, this will enable citizens to benefit fully from the great power the internet offers them as creators and co-creators. The Vice President, who praised Google for its activities in the country, said he respects that the use of technology will play a key role in bettering the fortunes of Nigerians and Africans. And still on business news in the non-oil sector, the Nigerian Export-Import Bank, Nexim, has given approval for the disbursement of a sum of 25 billion naira to exporters in the non-oil sector. Managing Director, Nexim Bank, Abba Bello, who disclosed this, said the approval of the 25 billion naira facility followed a review of the various applications under the Export Development Fund. According to him, the review was done at a meeting of the Board of Directors held on Thursday in Abuja. Bello also said the 25 billion naira loan approved for non-oil exporters was expected to support about 15,000 direct and indirect jobs and facilitate foreign exchange inflow of about $100 million from non-oil exports. And on revenue generation, the report says the federal government is set to inaugurate the use of a new template for calculating the operating surplus payable by government agencies and departments deemed as revenue-generating organizations. According to reports, the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 requires listed agencies to pay 80% of the operating surpluses into the Consolidated Revenue Fund while retaining 20%. The operating surplus is made up of revenues accruing to government agencies above what they are approved to spend at the beginning of the budget year. And still ahead, plane crash kills 5 in DR Congo. These and more when we return after the break.